Consolidation was obviously the main thing. We wanted to have a good season, a strong season, and in fact we're aiming to make the top 6.
And I was really nervous about the players we had and were we able to keep up.
If you look at our whole structure, we really didn't have anyone that had any experience at that level.
So much change, so many injuries, absentees, young players coming into the mix.
Players who were hardly ever been injured missed 10, 12 weeks. Injuries that were meant to be 2, 3 weeks just kept rolling on.
But it's just felt like a season of almost, like nearly there, but not enough.
I think it was quite obvious 4 to 6 weeks out that it was likely that we would be relegated.
It's all set in stone before the game had started. Had to come to relegation.
Eventually got the call to say, George, we're going to go with you, we want to stick with you.
And now we're just going through the motions.
The journey between 2024 and 2025, initially we were optimistic, but it was a challenging one. You know, they say that once you're relegated, most clubs find themselves in a position where it's hard to consolidate.
Nick had said that the club wanted to go try and get them back up as quick as possible. If we, at that stage we hadn't gone down yet, but if we were to go down, he'd like to give it another tilt to go straight back up. We still believe that George was the guy to steer the ship, but maybe we just needed to get some new people around him. We felt maybe a new assistant, maybe a new strength and conditioning coach, just different. We just threw that up. Obviously, we were going to speak to George again.
We made wholesale changes. Out of the entire coaching staff, I was the only one left. We brought in a new goalkeeper coach, new assistant coach, new strength and conditioning coach, new physios, the whole lot. So it was a big change, and I know that the club at that point, I felt they're serious about, wanting to have another crack at it because they felt how good it was to be playing NPL1 football.
It depends who you talk to, right? I think if you talk to the coach and even really everyone around the coach, their intent was to move back up, right? So that was definitely the intent at the start of the season. My view was I just wanted to stay in VPL1. So I'm happy if they can get back into VPL, into NPL. For me, it was key to stay in that level at a minimum.
Thomas, you're on the outside there. You're on the outside there.
Go. I believe in the style of football that I like my teams to play. We just wanted to make sure that we stay true to that because I think it brings bums on seats. If you can play entertaining football, winning's everything, and that's what brings people through to the games. But at the same time, I like to do it in an impressive way, if you like. And that was one of the things. And the other thing was just the mindset, going from having a, relegated team, bringing those players up into another year where you say, hey, now we want to get back to where we were. I think, one of the difficult things I think to overcome were, that mentality from being a relegated team to potentially being a promoted team. We weren't playing our best football. However, round 1 against Melbourne City, we scored 2 late goals and came back from 2-0. We made some subs. Subs came on and made a tremendous impact, and we got a result there. And now, when you look at it, we haven't lost the game in 13, so it wasn't a bad result.
Eastern Lions, in the end, we were probably lucky in that game, to be quite honest. But we should have probably been ahead, a lot more ahead earlier.
We sort of expected to get result going away there, and that didn't turn out to be as easy as we thought. However, you know, like I said, a win's a win, and we played a lot better football that day than we did the week before. And the Serbia game was, again, probably not our best game. Again, one that we expected to win at home. I think we had a missed penalty that day. You know, things didn't quite go our way.
Apart from the first 3 minutes, yeah, we scored, we got on top, but couldn't even make 2 passes. Couldn't make 1 challenge, Jordan. Couldn't save 1 cross. Couldn't press once to save our fucking lives against their back 4. Marco, we're getting the ball, we're launching it to fucking, you expect Ben to fucking get in behind and ball drops down, no second ball wins. Absolute fucking disgrace. You're intelligent footballers, you're not that stupid. So for me, it's fucking effort. I can't be fucked out, I can't be fucked chasing here. I can't be fucked Chris the ball carrier. Well, tell the club I can't be fucked playing you out on fucking next Thursday. You fucking serious or what?
The Western game was a poor game. Let's just park that. That was absolutely poor game. The Langwarrin game, we felt that we were better than what we were at that stage. I guess that's what it boils over. When you know you're doing everything that you should be doing and you should be performing better, but the scoreboard says you're not. And I think that's what overflowed in the change rooms at half-time.
You know what? Personally, for the life of me, I don't know why you want to drop all the way back in here. I've asked you the question before and you're giving the same response, so I'll wait for it. Why you have to come back in here, get a ball in the half turn and try to dribble and lose it?
So every time I check into the ball, it just doesn't come. It's just a slow pass sideways, backwards. So I can't get on the ball. So I just keep dropping deeper and deeper and deeper to get on the
Because you
ball.
can't get on the ball.
Yeah.
We're not going to score goals there for us, Ben. We're going to score goals up here.
Also, I'm not going to score goals right now with the ball. So
Yeah,
if I don't touch the ball.
Yeah, you will. When you touch the ball inside the box, that's where you'll score. Because you come here, Ben, and we've got players going like this, and then we lose it, and then run to the fucking kosh. When you came to the club, and you said, I want this much, this much, this much, this much, what did the fucking club say, Junior? Here! Here, I'll give you what you fucking want. Give us what we fucking need. Fucking turn the ball over. Little passes like this. Just giving it straight to the opposition. Are you fucking serious?
I think frustration, you know, you just get frustrated with some of the elementary things, just the simple things that sometimes we don't do so well, or, you know, you look at some of the efforts and you think, hey, you know, are you really having a crack? Are you playing for, you know, for the badge? Are you, you know, and sometimes you doubt a few players, or you doubt yourself, or you doubt the decisions you've made. A lot of frustration that day.
And then we come in here, Josh, I get all those cliches. Work hard, boys, this. Fuck the cliches. How about a bit of this? That's the fucking thing I want to fucking see. Fucking attitude. We go one goal, Kevin, and your fucking shoulders, Kev. I'm looking at you, you're like this. Are we fucking serious? What, because we considered a fucking goal?
Every fucking week we concede stupid goals. Like, we concede and we think we win the game. We have to fucking keep going, and I don't know what it is. It's this mentality, oh, we go 1-up, our happy days. We need to fucking keep going. We concede stupid goals, second balls. It's so frustrating. It happens every week.
The bottom line is I knew we could do better, and I won't often do that because I don't often feel like that way, you know, but on this particular day, we just looked really passive and, you know, there just didn't seem to be enough desire, you know, and look, and that's happened again since, but, or sometimes it looks that way, but the effort's there, and then you're missing tackles or you're missing a pass, but you think, okay, I know the boys are at least trying, you know, they're giving us 100%, you know, and that's all we can ask for, you know, and the skill level and all that sort of stuff is up to them, you know. I know we practice it at training and whatever. However, you know, when they're out on the pitch, they're responsible for their actions, you know.
I can't have Marco marking one-on-one here, but being in here at the fucking same time. It's gonna happen. But every time something doesn't happen, everyone's got their fucking arms in the air complaining about someone else. It started 2 weeks ago and I said, worry about your own game, not anybody else. Your own fucking game.
We had a bit of a lull, and I think during that point there with the Western United loss and the 2 losses to George Cross and Bulleen respectively, it was frustrating because, you know, I knew that we could do better, and I knew that we had the players to do it.
Boys, Yanni, get go.
I felt we weren't playing good football, but we were getting some results. I felt that we had a lot of improvement in us still, but we weren't at the level of football that we needed to be competitive.
And it was a really testing time.
I did have some concerns, but it was very early in the season, and if I haven't learned anything from time is you don't jump at shadows. Sometimes you need to keep your powder dry and see how it evolves. We're coming up against some really hard games. We've got a hard fortnight coming up. We've got Bentley Greens who are doing well. We've got Northcote who are ahead of us on the table, and then we've got Moreland who is currently sitting last or second last, so they're beneath us. That all being said, you know, their season could change. Anything can really happen. So the next 3 weeks is going to be really telling for our club, because at that stage, after the Moreland game, that's the halfway mark. So that'll tell you if you're positioned in a reasonable spot to kick on, or whether you're reassessing and whether you're in survival mode.
Another roller coaster year at Manningham.
It's been extremely frustrating year. We started off, as you know, extremely well, and then we had a series of draws.
We were sort of tracking that middle path, which I was sort of happy about. You know, I was sort of happy that actually some of the sponsors I thought would leave actually come back and supported us, which is really important. Again, it helps the committee run the place. I just sort of felt this wasn't enough goals being put in the back of the net. Unfortunately, we have this tendency to draw a lot, right? So that's what we saw, and it affected us.
We went through a long period of no losses, which is quite good. We then started having some terrible results. And it got to the point where we started seeing that dream or that optimism for promotion or being in that top 6 to be in that, fighting for that 3rd spot was slowly slipping away. We had a couple interesting characters in our change room too, which presented some challenges at times. I guess when things start going the other way, the wrong way, you get to see people in a different light. And I think quite a few people, you know, committee, coaches, players down, were challenged in the second half of the year. I guess the turning point was probably the George Cross game.
Ruse, nice little dummy now, back on his left foot, launches one into the box, it's come at the back post, Lofts cuts back on his right, and there it is, Luke Lofts! Lovely through ball, puts on Whiteley, can he get around his man? Is that a free kick? It is that a card is the question. That's got to be it's a yellow card. It's going to be Lofts, he gets around, oh Luke Lofts! Unbelievable! Trying to get around Tsitsipas, but he turns it over. Hossaway now, lovely through ball from Lofts. It's Hossaway. Going wide to Whiteley. Lofts got 3 blue shirts around him. Still going Lofts. Lofts! That's 3!
That was the point where watching the preparation of that game, as in the warm-up, and then the way that team played that day was probably the most disappointing match I think I've been a part of.
And he make it 5 before half-time here. And really pile on the misery for Manningham. It's Whiteley versus Delvecchio. Whiteley! This time he makes it count. This time he made sure of it. This time.
After that George Cross game, Nick, our president, for the first time I saw him that emotional. Nick felt the need to address the players and sort of highlight his disappointment of many of the members in that group.
If I was to repeat it today, there'd be a lot of beeping and censorship because it was just, I just felt that I had to point out some home truths to a lot of the players, to the whole group. To the point where, you know, straight after that, I had 3 or 4 players come up to me and apologise for their performance and their attitudes. There was definitely something not quite right. And that was probably the first time in the years that I've been president. I've been president for 4 years, and I've been on the executive for a while. I've been at the club since 2011. That was the first time ever I felt the need to address the change room after the game.
And, you know, I supported him on that because it was a lack of effort. You know, felt for me that players weren't there to play for their football club. They were there for other reasons. I felt that players were checked out. And again, that was the defining moment for us where we felt or believed that it was time to move some players on.
Yes, Marco. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, Marco!
At seniors level, it's always a challenge. You have players that want to be playing, and sometimes they're just not at the level to play, right? Or sometimes the coach is trying to make a point, and you know, if they're not playing, players want to play. You know, if they're at that level, sometimes they're not comfortable being benched or missing out. It was sad to see some of these players leave, especially some of them were around for a few years. Some of them were real leaders within our club. but they had their own personal views and opinions, so they decided to move on and made it challenging.
Yeah, around that sort of transfer window period, it was hectic. So my role around that transfer period was just obviously working with George to recruit players. You know, we recruited up to 10 players around that transfer window. So that week of, I guess, 2 weeks of the transfer window, George and myself were constantly on the phone with each other, on the phone with players, on the phone with agents, looking to recruit or replace the players we'd lost. So our focus was trying to get those players back into our club. We obviously released a few players. A lot of players decided to move on, which was really disappointing. So we had to obviously replace that. We had to replace it with players that were able to compete at this level and to get us back on track.
The new players we got on board were like so hungry. I really enjoyed it. They were super hungry. They were actually good kids. Well, they were kids, you know, in their 20s, but they were eager. They were eager. You had some big bodies, you had some strength, you had some experience, you had some MPL1 experience. Things were looking good. Keeping was a bit shaky for us, right? So we couldn't quite get our keeper situation down pat. That really hurt us during the year. We lost our keeper, you know, 1 or 2 rounds in, right? Almost right at the start. And then we struggled up until later on in the season when we got a keeper and still couldn't quite steady the ship. And we got another keeper, still couldn't quite steady the ship. So it was just a challenge.
Only we can get ourselves out of this fucking mess, fellas. We've already done it. The boys are already here. We've already done it this year against Western. Don't fucking forget that. As JP said, it's a fucking mentality. We get ourselves out of this fucking mess. Every single one of us. Attitude. Fucking want the ball. Fucking want to win the game. Otherwise, may as well not be here.
Everyone, it's a mentality thing now of everything's fucking quick. That ball goes out, you get it fucking quick. You're chasing everything now. They're gonna slow it down, getting the refs here about it early. The ball goes over the fence, fucking jump and fucking get it if there's no balls. Everything is fucking quick and intense. From the kickoff, we're gonna go in their fucking faces, aggressive, physical. Yeah, shots from distance, we're pressing, we're fucking early foul, set up, quick.
I'm not losing today. I'm not fucking losing
today.
We're
fucking bullshit! Let's get out there.
Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny. Give it a go. Give it a go. Good. Give wide. Your shoulder.
Then my focus or my concern went towards, will we survive? And back then I thought we had enough of a gap. So we went about making the changes we need to make. But in doing so, the teams below us started winning games as well. So that narrowed quite a bit.
You're fucking looking at me. Hey, come on, let's go. Hey,
That's just one thing before I go. Because I'm here on Monday, I pray to God that you give more fucking effort than that for this football club. Because right now, I tell you what, I couldn't give a fuck about anyone but this football club. So whether I'm sacked or I resign by the end of fucking tonight, I hope to fucking God that you don't do that again. That you do not do that again, because this football club fucking pays your fucking wages. Come to us at the start of the year and go, you know what, I want this, I want this. That's the bottom side you played today, mates. The bottom side. Remember that. Good luck.
We were playing games, and not particularly this order, but we came up against Brunswick City, we came up against Bentley Greens, who were on top. Brunswick City was around mid-table. We knew Northcote was coming up, which was going to be later in the year, second last round. And we knew we had Moreland, who were last at the very last game. We knew that we had to pretty much get a win early, and it didn't happen. But what did happen, what you could see, is that they were playing a lot better. We lost to Brunswick City 4-1. I don't think that was a reflective of the way we played on the night, because I thought it was a lot tighter. A couple of late goals by them made the result look that much worse, but I thought it was a close game.
The Bentley game for me towards the end of the season probably showed that they weren't far off. We were able to compete with Bentley, who ended up winning the season, able to compete with them for 70 minutes. Although we lost that game, although we went down 2-0, to be able to compete with them, we showed some really good signs.
Quickly, like Costa said, 2 games to go. The most important thing is that we survive, okay? If you go out and give us that endeavour, that commitment, that organisation, switched on the way you were today, you win the next 2 games. You will get 6 fucking points in the next 2 games, I'm telling you now.
And so you're starting to watch these performances, and even though the ultimate thing is to win points, we weren't getting that, but you could see that the team was playing better.
This is something we hadn't seen within this group this season. And even the feeling after the game, there was a feeling that, it was all positive. So for me, that was the turning point where, in my eyes, that there was a win around the corner.
My only concern was, were we running out of time? Because I knew this team will hit its straps the way they were pulling in one direction. And the teams below us started getting a couple of wins. So now, the pressure was building for these guys to click and click quickly. Second last round, we were due to play Northcote on a Friday night. Bad weather. I personally thought we could still play. The ground was pretty soaked, but the referees and Northcote chose wanted not to continue with the game, so we had to postpone that game. So then we got an opportunity to see some other results. Monday came around, so it's the second last game. Monday comes around. We now know we beat Northcote, and we know that we are safe going into the last round, of irrespective of what else happens.
Some part of me felt that, we were really in danger zone, and obviously results had to go away with certain games. And fortunately for us, some teams have done us a favour by defeating those lower end teams, but we still had to win. We still had to get 1 win in order to be safe. We didn't want to leave it to the last round against Moreland. We had to win that game early just to be comfortable going into that last round.
First 10 minutes, very scrappy. They scored within the first few minutes. My opinion changed. I started getting a little concerned.
And I thought, here we go again. We've conceded a goal early. But what I saw in that Northcote game compared to previous games was, that positivity from the playing group, and the willingness to try and get back into the game. I think 10 minutes into that first half, we got back into the game and we started to look much better.
Good play, good round, Dennis! Let's go! Vamos! Christian! Vamos! Christian! Well done, Hayden. Are you back? Keep going,
I think I don't usually bite my nails, but I think that night they were all gone. I was super nervous.
We knew we had to hold off for another half and try and score a goal to get the 3 points. So there was a bit of that anxiety within the group, but there was also real positivity.
Hey, good fight back, lads. Good fight back. We fucking gave him that goal, by the way. Liam just switched off. To fucking turn into a bloody through ball for him, right? And then there's a free man in the box, so we've given them a goal. They haven't outplayed you and created opportunities. Yeah, maybe a few half chance crosses, but we've been all over it. Keep doing that. Keep playing football. I want you pressing more aggressively. Okay? The minute one did it against Fella's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Bang, turns it over, we get a shot at goal. Ayuba, fucking all over him, mate. Absolutely all over him. There's 3 players in here against Ayuba, and he's able to still turn around, get a ball into the box, and win a corner for us. If that doesn't give us enough fucking encouragement to go, you know what? We're in here, and they're fucking not. They don't give a fuck. I'm telling you now. So we have to take the opportunity now. Okay, the next 45 minutes. So the start from the front, Ayuba, I want you to press the ball carrier. Okay, if their centre back has the ball, go and squeeze him. If he turns and goes back to the keeper, you've done your job. If he plays the ball to the second number 6 in here, you haven't done your job because he's playing a forward pass. Force him to fucking go back.
So it starts central and then force.
Yeah. Just go and close him down at pace. At pace. You too, Christian. It's got to be done at pace. All right. We'll fucking win this game if we can get the ball and string 2-3 passes in our final third. We've had a couple of shots on goal, like I said. We're going to create chances. We're going to continue to create chances. The game is there for you to fucking win. You get 3 points today, and we're fucking home and hose. Okay, let's go out there. Come on, lads. Come on. Christian, break the line there, Christian. Let's play. Work on, again. Work on.
Hey! Come on, boys. Just come on. That Christian again. Doesn't matter.
So I kind of knew one goal at the very least was going to happen because we were just really peppering. We were all over him. We were swamping him. We were pressing. We were doing everything we needed to do. We got that goal. We got the second goal. We were just really playing all over him.
Marco, set up to play out and then get him up. Not now, for the next one.
Come on, mate.
Come on. It's 2 meters away in front of him.
Hey, that's so good, man. What? He's all the fun. He's fucking all the fun. He's fucking all the fun. You can't get someone like that. Do something.
Up until the last sort of extra time, last 5 minutes of extra time, whatever it was, where they got the game back onto their terms.
Second half, initially they put the board off for 6. I thought that was a bit more than it should have been, and then it kept going, and I had the stopwatch going 6, 7, 8 minutes going, thinking, when's this guy going to blow the whistle?
George, don't get sent off. George, walk, leave it. Walk, good. Fucking disgraceful, you guys. Βήματα μπροστά, Γιάννη, για τον τείχος μετά. Βήματα μπροστά.
Who else is sending off now?
Terrible, mate. You are.
Who else is sending off?
That's dreadful.
That's fucking disgraceful from you. You've been good all night. That's disgraceful. Creep, Georgie, creep.
If it wasn't for our keeper, Jordan, it might have been a different story. Yeah, he pulled off some really good saves late in the game.
Γιάννη, μίλα.
I just kept thinking, how much longer? You know, how much longer can we go on for? You know, I knew I heard 6 minutes. I went by my watch, it was 8. 8 gone, 9 gone. I'm thinking, this is crazy.
Blow the fucking whistle, you fucking
We are now mathematically safe in VPL 1. We will not be going down in 2025.
It was just an amazing feeling. It really was. We talked about this actually after the game. Saving yourself from relegation, it was like feeling like being promoted. It's just a wonderful feeling because of, and you know, to be able to see the sort of behind the scenes, all the hard work that George, the club, have put in to get back on track. You know, to be rewarded with that 3 points, because our objective at the end was not to be relegated, you know, and to stay in this division. So it was just an amazing feeling.
We're still on. Let's go!
For you guys to get up today the way you did and not have to take it to round 26 is, and what a fucking performance from everyone. So thank you from us, the coaching staff and everything. As a reward, you have Wednesday off. We'll be training Friday. Training Friday, obviously game Sunday, round 26 is at home. Congratulations, lads. You've helped the club stay in VPR 1, which was the main priority. So well done to everyone. Enjoy the night.
Boys, we will be booking Saturday night play lounge and then we'll go straight to the game.
So next year our focus will be on consolidating. We want to recruit the right people firstly, right? We want to not ensure that we don't make the same mistakes we did this season and recruit people that fit this culture.
With the injection of a couple of new players, 2 or 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, 4 new players, I think this team has the bones to be really competitive next year.
So it's a young club, 25 years, but I tell you, we have done amazing things in 25 years. Right? Seniors, I'm very comfortable where we're going to be at. I think we have people around us that know what went wrong. We've already done some retrospectives and had a look at where we've made mistakes, and we know, how to fix them.
I think when you're playing at that level, everyone's come up, and I know that every player that was out there was giving us 100%, and they're always keen to be out there.
Oh, come on. Yeah, Kevin. Well done, Kevin. Go, 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 go. Yeah!
And I know it wasn't about motivating the players.
51. Hey! 55. 76. Oh!
It was just trying to get the best team out in the park each week.
I see us a bit like Australia on the world stage. We're a club that's young, but we're full of beans, full of energy. We punch above our weight, I believe. I'm extremely proud of the Manningham committee. I've always said they're the hardest working committee. The harder they work, the less I have to do. Our members stick by us.
started off at the club basically being a dad who brought his son to play in a club. Ended up being vice president, ended up being president for a few years. Now I'm just a supporter of the current committee and haven't got any kids playing at the moment, but hopefully grandchildren come along soon.
My first few years at Manningham were basically my son was playing, Lucas was playing AFL and decided one day that he wanted to play the World Game. So we were looking for a club and yeah, we come across Manningham. We spoke to a couple of people, said it was a good club, good people, good community-based club. So we decided to make the journey down there.
4 or 5 years ago, we were hardly getting anyone to games. Now we're getting really good attendances. People are stopping me at training nights asking, from the juniors asking how the seniors are going. So I'm really proud of how our people have stuck with us. We don't want to disappoint them, so we also play for them.
I mean, the simple answer is, it's made me happy. It's made me smile. You know, as a kid, when you think, why do I play football, and your dreams,
Staying up!
like that's what it's about.
The blue and the white going for